October 1st, 1960, Nigeria stands tall among newly independent African nations. Freed from British colonial rule under the United Kingdom, hope filled the air. A land rich in oil, rich in culture, rich in diversity, but beneath the celebration lay fragile unity. Three major regions: North, West, East. Three dominant ethnic groups: Hausa, Fulani, Yoruba, Igbo. Three powerful political parties. Independence had arrived, but nationhood was still under construction. And soon, the cracks would begin to show. At independence, Nigeria adopted a federal structure. The northern region was led politically by Ahmadu Bello, the western region by Samuel Akintola, the federal government by Prime Minister Abubakar Tafawa Balewa. Each region enjoyed significant autonomy, but political rivalry was intense. Elections were disputed. Accusations of corruption spread. Ethnic suspicion deepened. The Western Region crisis of 1962 brought violence into politics. Nigeria was democratic on paper, but instability was growing.
Calm while the West burns!
January 15, 1966. Young military officers launched Nigeria's first coup. Key political leaders were assassinated. Prime Minister Abubakar Tafawa Balewa was killed. Ahmadu Bello was assassinated. Samuel Akintola fell. The coup leaders claimed they wanted to end corruption and regionalism, but most of them were Igbo officers. In the north, suspicion spread rapidly. Many believed the coup was ethnically motivated. Nigeria's fragile unity began to crack open.
What now?
Major General Johnson Agui Ironsi assumed power. He suspended the constitution. He promised stability. Then came Decree Number 34. It abolished the federal system and replaced it with a unitary government. To many in the north, it appeared as domination. Fear transformed into resentment. Resentment into anger.
Gentlemen, the security of our nation rests in
July
our...
29, 1966. Northern officers staged a counter-coup. Ironsi was captured and killed. Hundreds of Igbo soldiers were targeted. Violence spread beyond the barracks. Lieutenant Colonel Yakubu Gowon emerged as head of state. Nigeria had entered a cycle of military retaliation. Trust between regions collapsed. Following the counter-coup, anti-Igbo violence erupted in northern cities: Kano, Kaduna, Jos. Thousands of Igbo civilians were attacked. Shops burned, homes destroyed. Trains heading east were filled with wounded survivors. By late 1966, an estimated 1 million Easterners had fled back to the eastern region. Fear had turned into separation.
The children are scared.
Military governor of the eastern region, Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, demanded safety guarantees for his people. He insisted on regional autonomy. Gowon called for national unity. Tension escalated. Nigeria stood at a crossroads: restructure peacefully or fracture violently. In January 1967, leaders met in Aburi, Ghana. The Aburi Accord proposed a loose confederation. Regions would control their own military and resources. For a moment, war seemed avoidable. But upon returning to Nigeria, disagreements over interpretation emerged. Trust broke down completely. The final chance for peace slipped
Precisely.
away.
Let's outline them.
On May 30, 1967, Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu declared the independence of the Republic of Biafra. Cheers erupted. For many Easterners, it was survival. For the federal government, it was rebellion. The map of Nigeria had been challenged. On July 6, 1967, federal forces moved into Biafran territory. The Nigerian Civil War had begun. What started as political crisis became armed conflict. Brothers faced brothers. Miamus became enemies. The beginning of the Nigerian Biafran War was not a single moment. It was a chain of mistrust, a spiral of retaliation, a failure of dialogue. By mid-1967, Nigeria was at war with itself, and the consequences would reshape the nation forever. The next chapter would not only be about bullets, it would be about hunger, survival, and unimaginable human suffering.